James here, thank you for tuning in. This is episode 3 of the Online Health TV show. And just sharing, I've said on the last couple of episodes about sharing the vision. In about October 2015, I had this vision to give local health professionals a platform really to help advise, support and give their tips to help the local communities in their health journey. So without further ado, I just want to introduce my third guest. This lady started off as a local fitness instructor, and has a real big passion to help people in the fitness industry and create their dreams to obviously become somebody in the health industry. So without further ado, I'd like to introduce Gracie Humpoletz. How are you doing today, Gracie?
I'm good, how are you?
I'm alright, thanks. Gracie, I'd like to ask you my first question. I've known you quite a long time. You've been started off in the local fitness instructors circuit years and years ago.
Yeah.
Tell our viewers where you started, obviously how you started, and also where you are now, what your ambition is for the local community.
Okay, well first of all, I started out 11 years ago as a freestyle aerobics instructor. Started off very, very small with 2 half-an-hour classes a week. That's all I could have at the time. Then progressed on to teaching between 20 and 30 classes a week over the years, and then decided I wanted to do a bit more, so I wanted to start teaching other people how to be an instructor, and wanted to have my own school. So then I started working on that, and that's what I'm working on now, as well as still teaching.
Okay, that's great. Where did that passion come from?
Well, I was at university. I was overweight, as many people are at university, and I came back to Braintree for the summer holidays, and a friend of mine took me to an aerobics class, and I enjoyed it so much that I decided perhaps I'd like to concentrate on fitness instead of my university degree. So I finished my degree and retrained to be an instructor from there.
So taking that passion, you obviously became an instructor, and I know you're a good instructor, a very good instructor, and a lot of people have said that in the local area that I know. So taking them now obviously to be health professionals themselves, what are your core values?
Well, the main thing I think is that anybody can do it if they want to. Nobody should be excluded. Everybody should have a fair opportunity. It shouldn't be about what you look like or how much you weigh or anything like that.
And you said earlier about, so I suppose you treat everyone as an individual, am I right?
Yeah.
When they come through your business or they come through your...
Yes, because I think especially in the fitness industry, looks can be deceiving, so don't judge a book by its cover. Lots of people would view some instructors as quite scary because they look so amazing and they are so confident, or they appear to be so confident, and it's the same for people who want to train to be instructors. Some of them might come across very confident, some of them might come across very nervous, but when you actually speak to each individual person, you have to give them each a chance on an individual level, as if they're all exactly the same, because otherwise you just build barriers that don't need to be there.
Yeah, so in a way you're saying that the health industry should be inclusive.
Completely, 100% inclusive of everybody, given their age, gender, disability. Everybody can be a fitness instructor if that's what they want to.
Yeah, that's really good. So my next question for you is, obviously you run Muse Fitness. That's your passion and your business. When you started out that business, did you have a dream in mind that you wanted to achieve, say, in the next 5 years?
Well, first of all, I just wanted to see if I could get people to come into my school. And once I realised that I could, and that I was able to teach people, and that those people were able to get jobs afterwards, I decided I wanted to make it bigger by having more people run more schools for me, or with me, alongside me. But I only will concentrate on people who have the same values as I do. I don't want to be a company that is known for pushing 20, 30 people through the door in and back out. I would rather much have 5, 10 people at a time, each individually looked after, everybody having a personal experience, and then moving on in a career, not just being put back on the shelf.
Yeah, that's a really good core value. With you were saying about not everybody's like so saying about individual and everyone, so it's not about numbers going for you.
No, or money, which I'm not a very good business person because it's not really about making money for me. It's about changing people's lives.
Yeah, that's right.
Or helping them change their own and other people's.
Yeah. And how does that is that built into your own character? I mean, is that something that you've had for a long time? Or?
I think I've always been like that. My parents tell me that I'm an inspirational person. I've never really been very good at changing things for myself. I'm much better at inspiring other people to do big things. So for me, training people through my school isn't to train them to be as good as I am or to go and work somewhere else. If I train someone to be better than me, who is going to have a bigger career than I ever will, that's a positive for me.
So let's talk about, like I say, you started your career as an instructor, and now you've got your own business doing what you're doing with training people to be instructors. So how does that differ? How have you, what kind of differences are there in those two? Which is,
well,
do you still enjoy or do you...
Yes, I enjoy both
Right.
types. So there's the one type where I go to work every day at a set time, and I go there and I teach between 10 and say 30, 40 people in an hour, whichever class I'm teaching, be it weight training, freestyle, anything like that. I also do personal training as well. So I have individual or big groups that I teach to, and I just enjoy myself. I exercise with them. We all exercise together. We all hit our goals. So we all try to get fitter. It's not about losing weight and being skinny. It's about getting fitter, healthier, and happier within yourself. And I think the people that come to my classes are people who share that vision rather than to be small, and that they're all people who want to improve fitness and happiness.
Yeah.
They come to my classes, and then the other side of it is I have people who come on my courses who want to change their lives so that they can help other people to in their fitness journey as well. I enjoy both sides of it, which I'm very lucky.
That's really
I
good.
literally have a job which every morning I wake up and I'm excited to go to work.
That's really good.
Best job in the world.
I heard you just say in the last comment, the comment before about freestyle. Why is freestyle so important to you?
Because freestyle is the expression of yourself. In the fitness industry, there's two different types of exercise classes that you can present to participants, people who come to your classes. One type is freestyle and the other is pre-choreographed. So there are companies, several companies who release pre-choreographed material for the instructors to buy. So they buy the material, they learn the material, they present the material, and they're expected to do so within guidelines that are given to us by those companies, which is great because some instructors will take that information, they will learn it, and they will reproduce it for their classes. Everybody gets a standard but good standard experience. And so you know that if you ever go to a class like that, it's always going to be to a certain standard. Then there's the other side, which is freestyle, which can have positives and negatives. And if you're a freestyle instructor, you have to work hard at creating your own class and your own choreography when you're not at the gym. So there's a lot of work that goes into being a freestyle instructor. You also have to prepare your own music and your own routines. But when you do that, you are then trained for life. So if you continue to put the effort into your classes will stay busy. You will always have people who come to see you just for those style of classes because they're different. Because you're never going, my freestyle class and your freestyle class would be completely different. So they would come to you for a different reason. You never have to retrain. You never have to pay any more money to anybody. You just train to be a freestyle instructor, and that is what you always do. You can add on the pre-choreographed ones if you want to. But the negatives on that are that if you get bored or lazy as an instructor, then your classes will fail. So really, freestyle is for someone who wants to be the best that they can be at a certain thing. For example, I absolutely love freestyle step. I can teach freestyle aerobics, which is like Jane Fonda style, grapevine, and step touch and all that sort of thing. And then freestyle step is the same but with a step, and you make your own choreography. So it could be really, really simple, or it could be really, really complicated. It could be dance style, it could be club style, or it could be very, very basic. It can incorporate everybody. That's what I really, really love to teach, my favourite thing to teach.
So in your opinion, if to be a freestyle instructor, would you say that you would need more passion?
I think any instructor has to be passionate, because it's not an easy job to do. It's not easy to get out of bed in the morning when you're having a bad day, go and smile at 30 people in your class, lift weights or bounce around enthusiastically if something sad has happened to you the day before or something like that. So I'd say all instructors have to be passionate, but for freestyle you have to want to be different rather than to be the same.
Yeah, it's interesting. Like you said, because obviously you need passion for whatever, if you're a instructor or not.
Yeah.
So with freestyle, if say someone wanted to do what you do, what tips could you give them? Obviously they've got to be a level 2 instructor, and obviously is it exercise to music or?
Yeah, exercise to music, aqua or gym.
Yeah.
All three of them are entry levels into the fitness industry.
Yeah. So I mean, if, for people that are listening that might be interested in doing that, what would you do to inspire them? Because some people obviously start off on a journey where they could have low self-esteem issues. They could have what makes you different from everyone else in your industry, for you, in your business. Yeah.
I hope I'm approachable to all sorts of people, because I've been there and done that. So I've been unhappy with myself. For me, it was because I was very overweight. So I was very overweight. I made a change. I've been there. I know how to do it, and I know that I can be who I am now. So perhaps that would make me more easier to talk to or more approachable. The best thing I would say is, if you want to be an instructor, you're halfway there, because if you want something, then you can do it. All you need to do is go along to a few classes, find out what your passion is. It might be the pre-choreographed classes, which are brilliant. It might be the freestyle, which is also brilliant. It might be a mixture of the two. I teach both myself. And then you can progress and get in touch with my company, Muse Fitness, and get on the course, and then start your journey from there. Just when you qualify to be an instructor, doesn't mean you have to shut the door and say goodbye. You can qualify, and then you can keep coming, and you can keep learning, and you can build up your own style from there. You can take it slow, you can do it fast. You can just take it at your own level.
Okay, that's great. Gracie, what would you say are qualities needed by an instructor?
Main qualities would be enthusiasm and passion. So they need to be enthusiastic about, exercise and fitness and health, and they need to be passionate about what they do. Otherwise, they won't want to do it every day because it's hard.
And someone like yourself, you said at the start of the interview, you started off. You still don't do 20 to 30 classes a week, do you?
Yes.
You still do that?
Yes.
And okay, let's talk about that for a second. How have you kept yourself motivated for all that time?
I absolutely love exercise. I absolutely love how my body changes when I train different aspects. If I start to plateau, I then change my focus. So I might try and train in a different way, or try a different approach. And the people in my classes, I see them change in front of me all the time. And individuals who need extra help, who come to me and I message them through the week, or stay in touch with outside of the gym, I see them all change. And every time I see someone change, I know that I had something to do with that, and that keeps making me want to go back and do more.
That's really good. For anybody that's listening, what tips would you give people personally to stay motivated?
Change what you do. So if you do the same thing all the time, nothing will change in your body. You won't be happy because you're working really, really hard and nothing seems to be doing anything different. So go and try something you don't want to try, or try something that you think you can't do. Or go and ask the advice of somebody that you wouldn't usually speak to, and find out from them what they're doing that's different. Change what you're doing, you'll find change to yourself, and you will be happy.
Okay, Gracie, how do you intend, with your business and your business profile and what you do, to touch the local communities?
Well, I'm hoping for the local community to get more involved with me. I'd like to help lots more people who are not quite sure what they want to do with their lives, but they know they want something to do with fitness in it. to start training locally rather than travelling to London. If you go on Google and you Google want to be an instructor, you'll get directed to one of the big companies like Lifetime, Les Mills, David Lloyd, whoever. And then you'll go to London, you'll pay travel costs, you'll pay London prices for your lunch, you'll pay London prices for the course, you'll be in a big group, and then you'll go through the process. Whereas if you stay local with me, you'll be, well, first of all you cut your costs on travel and things like that, and your time. You'll learn with other people who are local to you, so you start to build your own community. So when you're working in the fitness industry, you have people to draw from. And even if you don't want to be a gym instructor or an aerobics instructor, you can start at the beginning and find which part of the industry you want to be in. It's not just about working in a gym and cleaning machines. It's not just about bouncing around an aerobics instructor studio. It's about specialities, GP referrals or exercise in pregnancy, one of my passions. Personal training, people who need individual care, and that can all start at the very beginning. You might want to assess other people in the fitness industry, checking that they're up against the right levels and they have the right amount of knowledge. There's all sorts of different things you can do. You don't have to be bouncing around in front of people. So that's how I'd like to sort of draw more people into the industry and make people more aware about what fitness really is. It's not about being skinny. It's about being fit and healthy.
Yeah. Because you strike me as the type of person that's very sort of inclusive for people. You sort of include everyone. Is that right?
Yeah, I hope so. I think a lot of my clients would say that is the case. I know I've had some people contact me directly because of social media. I make them feel like they can approach me. So I photographed my pregnancy journey, or rather I photographed after having a baby, my baby bump, because obviously you still have one after you have a baby, unless you're rich and famous and have a tummy tuck when they pull the baby out. So some people are luckier than others. I'm not one of those people. I'm fit, I'm healthy and I eat well, but I still gain weight and lose weight like everybody else. And so then I found a lot of people reach out to me after seeing my journey on Facebook and Twitter. They wanted help, and I am helping them quietly, privately, through messaging and emails and things like that. I think lots of people feel that they can come and talk to me because I'm just like they are.
Excellent. What has been your greatest achievement personally, when you personally trained yourself? What has been your greatest achievement? Or the goal? What's been your greatest goal that you've hit for yourself?
There's lots. When I first started in fitness, I never thought I could ever be slim. I thought I'd always be overweight. Then all I did was train and eat healthily, and came down to a weight that I was happy with. One small goal there was that I was able to go to a shop, take a piece of clothing off of the hangout and go and buy it, rather than have to try on 3 or 4 different sizes, do side profiles and check and see whether or not I looked okay in it. I could just take clothes, put them in the bag, go home, slip them on and go out. That was exciting for me personally. And then more recently I've become interested in weightlifting. I'm a big fan of Zoe Smith, the Olympic weightlifter. So I've been training to be an Olympic weightlifting coach as well. I was very excited when I met Zoe Smith. She helped me get my personal best of lifting my body weight in a clean and press. That was exciting. So that was a goal. That was before I had my last baby, so I can't do that right now. There's always small goals. Like when I came back from maternity leave, I had a few weeks off when I had my baby, get my last baby girl. And then each week seeing my body change, small goals like that, being able to lift weights again.
And like you said, you feel that anyone can do this, don't you?
Yes, anybody. Be it because you're overweight, or because you have a disability, or because you're unhappy. There's no limit. There really isn't a limit. Anybody can do this job.
So I just wanted to say a massive thank you for tuning in to this episode 3 of the Online Health TV show. It's been such a blessing to have you view today. And I just want to say a really big thank you to my guest, Gracie. It's been great to have you with us today.
Thank you.
And I hope everything works out for you in the future with your business.
Thank you.
Thank you ever so much. Thank you.
If you're interested in any of the things we've spoken about today or any aspect of the fitness industry, don't hesitate to get in touch directly through Muse Fitness, either via my website or social media.